So the first thing I would do is put a moratorium on all new regulations, and I would streamline the regulations we have. We can have a balance between high environmental standards and good regulation, but we are killing businesses. The second thing I would do is targeted tax relief that will stimulate job growth. For example, in California, we have a factory tax. We're one of a handful of states where you have to, if you're a manufacturer, you have to pay sales tax on the equipment that you buy to manufacture in California. It's a really good reason to go overseas or go to a neighboring state. So we can't afford an across-the-board tax cut right now. I think ultimately I'd like to do that. But let's find the tax cuts that will lead directly to people, to businesses increasing their hiring.
Let me ask you, Meg, on a personal level. Katrina mentioned the Tea Party. And politics on both the left and the right has become so obscenely ugly, vulgar in many senses. You're a private citizen up until the point you announced that you're running for governor. A, are you sorry that you're running? B, the intrusion on your personal life. And, you know, I want to know, you know, your kids' W-2 forms from 5 or 6 years ago. The role of the media in this thing. How does it impact you?
Yeah, well, it's difficult. And so anyone who runs for public office has to care deeply about the country or the state that they're seeking office in, because unless you have a passion for doing this, all the issues you just described will be enough to dissuade you. And I care tremendously about what happens to California. This is a place where eBay was started. My husband was trained to be a doctor, and if we can change California, we can actually, you know, change the country. So I'm willing to do all of that because I care as much as I do.
So how much did your kid make in his paper?
See, there it is, the media. The book, The Power of Many, Values for Success in Business and Life. What's the one message you want to communicate in the book?
Well, I talk about how actually what we can do together, none of us can do alone. And eBay was the best example of that. What we created was a trading platform, but it was the buyers and sellers who built eBay. And the analogy for the state of California, I think, is direct. If we can create the conditions for small businesses to grow and thrive, Californians will do the rest.
All right, Meg Whitman, again, the race tightening out in California, only 5 points behind the Republican frontrunner. Good luck along the way, and congrats on the book, The Power of Many.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me this morning.
Okay.